command deck of the Zalthian dreadnought VA Ruthel hummed with quiet tension, its crew wrapped in routine silence as they glided through the outer rim sectors. The void outside stretched endlessly, pierced only by distant starlight and drifting wrecks of long-dead ships. Patrol duty. Boring, uneventful, exactly how Captain Syrinx preferred it. Until the alarm pinged. Unidentified vessel on long-range scan, barked Technician Juan. Bearing 033 Mark 7. No registry match in the galactic nexus. Syrinx blinked his inner eyelid slowly. Size? Mid-class starcruiser. War-era architecture. But, sir, Juan hesitated. Syrinx leaned forward. Spit it out. It's human. The silence that followed was absolute. Even the humming systems seemed to hold their breath. Repeat that, Syrinx ordered, voice like cut stone. It matches the hull lines of a Terran design. Pre-extinction era. Over 700 cycles old. First Officer Grather spoke, voice low. That's impossible. Humans are a myth. A boogeyman. Ghosts of the Burn Wars. Syrinx's mandibles tightened. Plot intercept course. Now, the myths of humanity had lived long in the shadows of galactic history. Stories passed in hushed tones of a species born on a death world, reckless and resilient. They burned bright, expanded faster than any known race, and vanished just as quickly during the Burn Wars. Some believed they ascended. Others whispered they destroyed themselves. Officially, they were marked as extinct. But even extinction left wreckage behind. And now here was a ship not drifting, not dead moving. The VA Ruthel closed the gap within hours. As the silhouette of the unknown vessel sharpened on the holoscreen, it became clear this was no derelict. It's active, Juan confirmed. Power signatures are faint but present. Running silent. Syrinx stood. Initiate hails. Nothing. Try again. Still nothing. Then, without warning, the alien ship moved. It pivoted sharply, angling directly toward the VA Ruthel. Systems that had lain dormant suddenly flared to life. Weapons. Shields. Engines older than modern history roared with power that shouldn't exist. Sir, it's locking targeting arrays. Evasive maneuvers. Syrinx roared. The human ship, designation unknown, opened fire, but this was no ordinary attack. The weaponry bypassed shields, slicing through advanced Zalthian alloys like paper. The VA Ruthel trembled, internal systems screaming. Minimal damage, reported Grather, stunned. But it should have torn through us completely. Syrinx's eyes narrowed. They're warning us. Moments later, a transmission came through. Audio only. Rough. Unfiltered static wrapped around the voice like smoke. You saw the stories. Thought we were gone. But legends have teeth. The bridge fell silent again. Juan whispered, it's real. It's actually human. Syrinx stared at the screen. Open a channel. I want them to hear me. A brief pause, then a tone indicating transmission. This is Captain Syrinx of the Zalthian Galactic Patrol. We come in peace. We believed humanity lost. A beat of silence. Then the human responded. We were. But we remembered. And we rebuilt. Out of stone, bone, and rage. Juan muttered, they're not just alive. They've been waiting. Syrinx ordered immediate scans. What they found chilled even the most hardened warriors. The vessel was old, yes, but every surface had been rebuilt. Layer upon layer of reinforced metal, patchwork technology, even organic mesh wired into the systems. It wasn't just a ship. It was a relic resurrected. And it was angry. I need to see who we're dealing with, Syrinx muttered. Moments later, the view screen blinked, and for the first time in centuries, a human face stared back across the stars. Weathered. Scarred. Eyes like supernovae. The face of someone who had survived the fall of empires and crawled out of the ashes. My name, the human said, is Commander Adira Kale. Terran Expeditionary Force. I'm the last of the Black Fleet. And I'm here to deliver a message. Grather growled. A message to who? To everyone who thought humanity was finished, she replied. The screen cut. Seconds later, a pulse wave burst from the human ship. Not a weapon, a broadcast. Across all channels, across all frequencies. It showed Earth. Burned but alive. It showed colonies. Hidden. Buried. Breathing. It showed children. Growing up on volcanic moons. Soldiers training in gravity wells that would kill most species. It showed hope. And it showed vengeance. Within the hour, dozens of similar pings echoed across the sector. Old Terran ships, long buried or forgotten, powered up. Ghost fleets rising. Legends walking. Back on the VA Ruthel, Syrinx sat in silence. How long have they been preparing? Juan answered quietly, too long. Grather nodded, eyes wide with fear and awe. We thought they were gone. But they were just waiting. Watching. Sarix looked at the star map. New signals popped up like a virus. No, he said, voice hoarse. They weren't just watching. They were remembering. Far across the stars, Adira Kale stood at the helm of her ship. She looked at the ancient Terran banner stitched across the bulkhead, faded, torn, but still flying. They forgot what we are, she whispered. Then, louder, to her crew, plot course to the galactic core. Her officers, all clad in scavenged armor, nodded in silent unity. One muttered, time to remind them. The ship jumped.